A lot of you was by your mama's boyfriend when you were younger, and your mama knew about it. And you know what she did? She chose that man over you. There are so many people that hate they mama because their mama was a baby raising a baby, and she didn't know what she was doing, and she was selfish. She was broken and she raised broken babies. She knew what was going on and she turned a blind eye.
Do you not find it funny that single mothers that are willing to bring a new man around their kids are so upset about these e-files and this PDF island? Do you not find it funny that all these political influencers on the right or the left never ask how those kids got on that island in the first place? I have a sneaking suspicion that I know, but I'm just a manosphere misogynist with a podcast.
Misogyny.
So let's ask the left-leaning, female-friendly Google what it knows. So I asked Google, do the victims of Epstein Island primarily come from single mother households? Now, since single mothers are such great people, and that's the reason why there's so many men out there that choose to be with them, I totally expect Google to say,
no, single mothers and their households are the strongest in America and wouldn't be a target for PDF files, you manosphere misogynist with a podcast.
But to my surprise, it actually said,
yes, that's correct. That's correct.
Epstein Island is in single mother households, and that is a statistical fact.
This man named Donald Hartley that hung around our house. Well, my mom was smitten by this guy. My mom left my stepfather and she eventually married this guy. But before she married him, he had his way with me, my sister, and I think my other sister.
But since I have so many new female subscribers, let me explain to you ladies the 5 categories of men that date single moms. Number 1, the simp-ass, fool-gazy, step-dummy clown that may be young, naive, or believe that they're the exception to the rule.
You're my special friend.
This includes Mr. Fugazi himself.
I just happen to be the exception to the rule, and my girl happens to be the exception to the rule.
You bitch.
Coyle Ray's boyfriend.
What's the brokest thing a man has ever done for you on Valentine's Day?
I don't think I was ever in a relationship on Valentine's Day.
Huh?
And any man that possesses a fundamentally flawed, low-value mindset.
Bruh. Beta bell.
Number 2, the F-boy. This is the dude that only wants to...
I'm out of here.
Y'all want to act like y'all don't know what I'm talking about. It's the same dude that...
will be Prince Charming the first 3 months.
Had your ass on Facebook talking about
My man.
Now you gotta delete those posts. Number 3, the low value dude, the weak man, the type of guy single mothers select because they want somebody more pathetic than them.
Don't send her a good morning text, send her some money.
Nigga, shut your bitch ass up. God damn.
Don't send her a good morning text, send her some money.
Shut the fuck up. God damn.
Don't send her a good morning text, send her some money.
Shut your ass up, man. Damn, everything y'all gotta be about no damn money. Send some money for me, goddammit.
Even women without children select this dude for the exact same reasons, and they will be single mothers themselves in the future. Mark my words.
Stay tuned.
So fellas, when you come across a woman that says that her baby daddy ain't shit, there you go.
It all makes sense now.
Number 4, the infertile man. This is the man that cannot father children of his own and wants to experience fatherhood in a nuclear setting. He's extremely rare, but it's worth mentioning. And to be honest, if you a man in this category, it's better that you use adoption than dealing with some single mother, but that's for a different video. And finally, number 5, the predator. This is the man with the means. He's gonna come in and pay the bills, stabilize the house, and send the kids off to camp. And what's crazy is the predator never strikes immediately. He invests as much time as needed to earn everyone's trust. After that, he's gonna use everyone's stable situation, the new opportunities everyone has access to, and the new lifestyle against the child he's targeting to keep them quiet and compliant. But before we get into these clips, YouTube doesn't like when I talk about the type of topics that actually matter. I'm not even sure this video will get monetized. And if y'all tired of the red pill manosphere misogynist with podcasts talking down on 304s and then smashing them after the show, this is your opportunity to tell the algorithm that you want to boost up a channel that talks about the real topics and stands on its principles. So if you a proper man or a proper woman, I need you to like this video, and YouTube's algorithm just might ignore that if you don't turn around and hype the video.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
I'm so angry right now. I just got off the phone with my mom, and I was just asking her some about what happened to me as a kid. And I asked her about the scenarios. I'm like, you had no red flags went off in your head when this disgusting grown man was spending so much time around your kids? And she said no. First of all, she tried to put up a bunch of excuses. She said no, because back then it wasn't happening that much, you know, to boys. It really only happened to girls. So that's the reason why no red flags were up. But she did tell one of our family members to, you know, watch the person who essayed me around her little daughter. Her I cut them all off, so I don't even call her my sister. She was careful having the person who essayed me as a child around her daughter, because she was fearful that may happen. And I asked her, I said, you didn't have no thoughts about me? You weren't fearful that he was going to harm one of your little boys, but you had that mentality. The red flags went off when he was around your little girl, but when he was around your little boy, you didn't have any red flags go off in your head. And she just continued to gaslight me and lie and lie and lie and lie. And it's just BS, man. It's just straight BS. It's just straight BS. And I'm tired of the lying. I'm tired of the gaslight. I'm tired of the narcissism. And I'm seeing straight through that. And she continues to offer shitty fucking excuses. And there's no logic behind any of the excuses she offers at all. It doesn't make any sense.
Can we start by asking these children if they would choose their mother or the bear? Y'all want to know what's sad? The uncomfortable truth is, most children that were victims will find a way to remain endeared to their Jezebelian mama. Unlike this young man here, most children cannot identify who the real spook in their household is. It ain't the monster in the closet. It ain't the monster under the bed. It's the one that let the monster in the house. If your child was SA'd by somebody you brought into your household, you are 100% responsible, and I pray for the day your child grows up and holds you accountable. And I hope they forgive you, but don't give you the benefit of forgiveness.
What you talking about, Willis?
I'm talking about cutting your ass off, not inviting you to family functions, never seeing your grandkids. I'm talking about not acknowledging any of your accomplishments and letting you be just as absent in their life as their father was. And I hope they never get it twisted, because everybody says I'm sorry. I pray that these children understand that Santa Claus is more real than a single mother saying she's sorry. But on the flip side, they should believe their Jezebelian mother is sorry, but not because she's apologetic. It's because they a sorry ass bitch trying to use being apologetic to escape actual accountability.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
That's correct.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
That's true.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
That's correct.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
That's true.
Meanwhile.
Yeah, you don't know who I am?
Oh, who is it? Didi?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Damn, I don't know you, Didi. I just don't recognize you.
You don't remember what you did to me when I was a kid?
When
my mom wasn't around?
What I do?
You were too drunk or something? You don't remember?
No, I don't remember what I do. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay.
Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna give y'all a story time on how my mom boyfriend at the time SA'd me, and my mom did not believe me. Like, as a child, she did not believe me. In her mind, I made this shit up, and I still think until this day that she thinks that I made this shit up for whatever reason.
You did. Yes, you did.
No,
yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. My mom only married one man. My mom only married one man.
No, but
my mom.
Today I'm going to share more about the individual who groomed me. As I shared, he was 48 years old. He was actually married, and he was having an affair with my mother.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
I was a 10-year-old girl.
Yeah,
I've been waiting for this day to see you. I've been waiting for the day that I see you as a grown woman.
And even, okay, and I just want to get this off my chest and talk about it. And this is why I believe that when you are a single mother, you should not use your child's formative years to be constantly dating and looking for a man, because it does more harm than damage.
And he was actually the person that my mother was working with to find us a new home. And I guess at some point the relationship shifted from strictly professional to somewhat personal.
Most abuse that takes place in a home where both parents are not the biological parents. That is in data. That is not made up off the top of our head, right?
When we arrived at the car wash, everything seemed normal. Once we got into the car wash, all of a sudden, all that I know is that he was over me and putting his face on my face and shoved his tongue down my mouth, and at the same time began to touch me.
A girl, her 6-month-old baby was killed by her boyfriend, right? Wasn't a child father. And a lot of people say, who would even leave their 6-month-old baby with a new man they barely met?
He made sure that the doors of the car was locked and turned to me and basically explained that he understood that without him helping our family, we probably wouldn't have anywhere to go. He mentioned that my brother was an athlete, and how would he feel if we had to move again. He talked about how we didn't have family to help us, and that he couldn't imagine how much harder our lives would be if he wasn't in our lives, and imagined what things would look like if I told.
This is the story of how I remembered I was SA'd as a child and how I ended up healing afterwards. And when I was in boot camp, they have the SA awareness section of boot camp. And I remember we went through that process and we went through seeing the videos, and I remember my heart started going like this. And eventually they passed out a paper that said, "Have you ever been SA'd? Check yes or no." From that moment forward, there was this question of, why couldn't I just say no? Why couldn't I say no? Fast forward through boot camp, through tech school, I get to my first duty station, some time goes on, and this stuff really starts to bubble up. And it starts to bubble up, and it starts to bubble up, and then I finally had the realization, like, okay, these aren't dreams. These are memories. And some time went on, and I eventually ended up telling the girl that I was seeing at that point in time. I broke down and eventually opened up about it. Like, I could barely talk. Literally my throat was closing. Every time I tried to open up about it, my throat was closing. I was able to murmur some words that she was able to understand. And then a week later, our relationship ended, and I chalked it up to because she didn't view me as a man, because I opened up, because I broke down in front of her, and I was bawling my eyes out.
Y'all remember that meme that barely went viral about the woman in the tree?
Gentlemen, stitch me and tell me, would you rather tell your deepest, darkest secrets to a woman or a tree?
You know, you can always count on Tammy to ask a great question, and this one may be the best she's ever asked. So would I choose to open myself up to a tree or a woman? The answer is very simple. The tree. And here's why.
And then a week later, our relationship ended, and I chalked it up to because she didn't view me as a man, because I opened up, because I broke down in front of her and I was bawling my eyes out.
So the next time y'all want to complain about a man not being emotionally available, why don't you use a little bit of empathy and understand that he wants to avoid the mental health spiral of watching you walk out after he opens up to you.
And then I just buried it again. I buried it again, and I just started going to the gym really, really, really hard. And anybody who's been following me for a few years, that point in time where I got into really great shape, that was this time. So I just poured myself into the gym. I poured myself to work nonstop, sleeping like 3-4 hours a night for like an entire year, until I really started to break down. I started having panic attacks, and it got to the point to where I was so sleep deprived. I kid you not. I started hallucinating, and then I started trying to call off work, which you can't do that in the military. You can't just call off and say, hey, I didn't sleep enough, I'm hallucinating. They called me to the office, and at first they thought I was lying, and then they eventually said, like, if you are really genuinely like hallucinating because you're so sleep deprived, you need to go to mental health and you need to get help. So I did. I eventually did start doing talk therapy and got on antidepressants. When I got on the antidepressants, I never stopped drinking, so that was a mess in itself. And I eventually got to a point to where I was like, I can't live with this anymore. I can't live with it. And the only good thing that I thought I could do with it was to open up and share it with the people on social media, to let somebody else know that they weren't alone in the same ways that I felt I was. When I finally opened up about it, I had an unbelievable response. Thousands, and I mean thousands of men reached out to me saying that the same thing had happened to them. But the one response I wasn't expecting was from the person who did it to me as a child. They messaged me and they said that they wanted to speak, and I was open to having that conversation. So throughout that conversation, I ended up forgiving that person. I said, I forgive you. I don't want you to hold on to this, and I don't want to hold on to this anymore. I want us to both be free from this. And I forgave, and I thought that would make me feel better in that moment, but it didn't. And that night I went out drinking, trying to run from it. A bouncer came over, started touching me, and all this stuff was so fresh. It was so fresh. And I had told the bouncer, I said, get your hands off me. Don't touch me. I do not want you touching me. I'll leave this area, but get your hands off me. And the bouncer kept touching me. And then I had just launched him. And then a big fight broke out. And that night I ended up breaking my hand, shattering it completely to where I had to have a metal screw put in. And I got in trouble in the military. And more. My life continued to spiral even more after this. The only thing that kept me grounded was working out. That was literally the only thing. When I shattered my hand, I couldn't work out anymore. And shortly after that, I injured my shoulder. And it was just a continual spiral. And I really started drinking a lot. Just I was just like, whatever,
Listen, if you're a single mom, your responsibility is to raise your children until they grow up and get out of your house before you bring a man into that house. Any relationship that you got with a brand new man that don't involve you being a side piece or a weekend jump off is just wrong.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
The most your kids should know about any man you dealing with is his name, Mr. Nate. The nice man that sometimes helps mama get out of binds.
What's a bind?
A bind is what you get ladies out of when they need help.
And if there's anything worse than a single mother, it's a clown that creates an environment for them to comfortably exist in. And these are the same clowns that get upset once they realize that they not the exception to the rule.
One time the son said, you ain't my daddy.
And may fortune bless every child that reminds you clowns that you not they real daddy.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
I love being your dad, Silas.
Shut up. You're not my dad.
You could learn a lot from a step dummy. Take care of kids that aren't yours. This message was paid by Ad Council.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Shout out to Super Press 007 for the $15 super chat. And shout out to GS Electrical Service for the $20 cash app. And finally, I don't know if you want your name out there, brother, but shout out to KE for the $30 cash app. Alright. Singer. Alright. Give me money, man, give me some money. Give me money, man, give me some money. Give me money, man, give me some money. Give me some money, man, give me some money.
Thank you guys for having me.
Once again, I like to appreciate everyone that donates to the channel and watches the videos all the way through. Please continue to like, hype, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'ma holla at y'all next time.
Then I got out of the military and came all the Dubai stuff. And I say all of this to say this. The healing has been slow. It's been incredibly messy, incredibly painful. But I just realized I haven't had those dreams in 6 months. 6 months, I haven't had those dreams. And I'm almost sober for an entire year now. I am with the love of my life. And I've truly realized that I deserve to love and be loved. And I just finally realized that, like, I'm on the other side of that stuff, you know? I'm on the other side of that stuff. And I never thought I'd say this, but I'm finally starting to learn what peace feels like. So if you're out there struggling with memories that you don't understand, traumas that feel too big to face, or pain that feels like it's too much to possibly deal with, I want you to understand this. I just want anyone out there to know that you're not alone. Your story isn't over. There's still so much life to be lived, so much to experience, love to be had, and peace to feel. You know, I'm still on that journey myself. I'm just barely discovering what a peaceful life is, what it's like to be sober, what it's like to deserve or to know that you deserve love. I'm still very fresh on my journey, and you know, I hope that this video inspires somebody or makes somebody feel less alone and truly makes you guys realize that you can find yourself on the other side of it too. I promise you that you can. And I want to send anybody out there, man, that's struggling with this same stuff, a giant hug and just let you know that healing is possible. Thank you for anybody who made it this far and listened to my story. I appreciate you deeply, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.